Steve Bannon, a Donald Trump ally who, by the way, is likely going to be going to jail for the We Build the Wall scam in the very near future. But for now, Steve Bannon is, of course, a free man. And as a free man, he appeared at Mike Lindell's I'm Gonna Save Elections rally this past week. But rather than really talking about the things that Mike Lindell wanted to talk about, Steve Bannon got up on that stage and made thinly veiled threats against Fulton County prosecutor Fani Willis and Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp. Now, I'm going to read you this statement from Steve Bannon. It is truly disturbing. So here it is. I keep saying the J6 thing with President Trump in Georgia. We're going to ram the stealing of Georgia down her throat. Her throat, of course, being Fani Willis. He didn't mention her by name, but it's obvious that is who he's talking about. He continues, and we're going to ram it up the ass of the governor. So down her throat and then up his ass is where the evidence is going to go. That if you have evidence, by the way, those are not good places to keep it. You probably want to file that in court, as opposed to sticking it into the orifices of the person who's prosecuting you. He then continued, and this is where things got even worse. He then asked the audience, "Are you fired up yet?" Those are the kinds of words that those audience members love. That's the kind of nudge that these Trump supporters need. That's all they need. And then he said, where it gets even worse, "That's the revolution of 1776 right there. We're in about 1774. We're getting there. We're getting there." Talking about revolution. We're getting there. Are you fired up? We're going to go after these people. This kind of violent imagery and this kind of supercharged language is, in and of itself, not a crime. There is nothing that prevents Steve Bannon from saying this. His statements are definitely not illegal. The problem is, Steve Bannon is not an idiot by any stretch of the imagination. He is, much like Mitch McConnell, he's an evil genius. Evil, but a genius. And Steve Bannon understands how to use his words carefully. Trump does it a lot of times. Sometimes he's a little more overt. But this is all they have to do. We throw out this coded language every now and then. We make sure that people are fired up, and then we hint at revolution. We're not calling for a revolution. I'm just comparing this moment to a previous revolution and saying that we're close to that, because that's all I have to say. They, meaning the MAGA supporters, the Make America Great Again hat owners, they interpret it the rest of the way. Just like Donald Trump's attacks on the judges that have now led to death threats and, of course, arrests. He doesn't have to call for the death of her. He doesn't have to make the threats. He just points out how horrible these people are. They're so mean to me. They're so bad to me. They're horrible. They're corrupt people. And his supporters say, "Aye, aye, Captain. I'll take it from here." And that is exactly what Steve Bannon knows. And that is why Steve Bannon uses language like that. Because he doesn't have to say the bad things. He doesn't have to imply the bad things. He knows that a keyword here and a keyword there is all it takes to get those supporters to do something crazy, stupid, and dangerous. And he gets to keep his hands clean because he didn't actually tell them to do it. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.